Too friggin' wet. Dang it. And so now the die comes dry. So, let's see. Arbitrary, made up design specifications for this part in the order of operations. 6 inches from the end. Got a couple little marks. A square on there. These round edges make it, the radius makes it hard to get a square to work. But, okay, 6 inches. 9/8 in the middle. So it's an 1.5 inches, so 1.25 inches, right about there. Let's try it from the other side. 1.25 inches, yeah. It's a little proud of being 2.5 is more. It's probably another, I don't know, 30-40 thousandths. So little punch with my Theo. I love my brass hammers. I haven't had the same one, but I bought one like 40 years ago, and that's like the third one that they gave me. So, drilling a 1/4 inch pilot hole. I love these little drill bits. I don't know how good you can see it. For this hand job stuff. Let's see. There it is. Anyway, it's got a little step. Kind of, it sits in that little punch mark and settles right in there and guides the drill in. Get it where it's starting to hit the hole. When you first hit it, probably can't see it with that phone camera, but you can see that I'm leaning it this way because that's the side it's hitting first. So I lean it the other way a little bit, and you see it makes a perfect circle where that drill is now set down in there. So I lock my elbow against the pipe and kind of eyeball it and make sure it looks pretty straight. Away we go. Well, and I already drilled a hole on the other side. I can look straight down through there and see the hole. Happy, happy, happy. So now I gotta like ream them all out to 1/2 inch with a bunch of drill bits. Hang on. Yeah, gotta take another cut. In all honesty, this is a, see the pants kind of collared, because I mean it's just clamping onto a piece of conduit, but not to be like uber precise, and it's a really thin piece of metal. Even clamping it down is probably twisting it, so I'll probably have to fix it. Anywho. See if it looks anything like a sleeve that'll tighten down on a piece of conduit. How about that? Get this cobbled together, mounting it. There you go. Can't throw it across the shop with a machine tool, do it with an air hose. So, still kind of ugly, but there it is. The idea is, well, I'll explain the idea later. I guess right now I'm going to start rambling and that'll just irritate you. Well, okay then. So, here's the deal. I'll bring it a little closer to show you. I got this piece of pipe. It fits right in that square tubing, close enough that I can just center it and weld it. I've got a piece of 1-inch ID electrical conduit, and it's a little bit bigger than 1 inch on the outside, quite a bit actually. So I had this other pipe that I made a couple of shims with. Let me bring them over there. So there's one right here. See, it's got a little step, and then the other one looks like this. Same thing, it's got a little step. So there he is. The plan. One side of this, I guess I better show you that. I put a pretty good chamfer on the inside of that. And the reason I did that is that it's going that chamfered side will go in, and I'm going to solder them in, like braze them or something. The other one will go in this end, just like that. See? So you have basically a metal pipe. It's got this guy sticking out one end, this guy sticking out the other. This guy will be sunk inside that square tube of ways, but when welded on, the 1-inch tube will slide in here, and I'll get like a little, what do you call it? Probably can't see me right now, my head too high. But this side, I'll just get a little U-bolt. And when I slide the antenna pole in here, it'll be all inside that. And when I get it up on the roof, I can work on it, get it hooked up, and then slide that pole up as high as I want it, lock this U-bolt down. It'll fix that conduit in place with the antenna on top of it. Then the other piece, which is inside the bigger one I made, it will extend out. So essentially, I've got 3 10-foot sections anchored in progressively smaller pipes that will end up giving me about 30 foot from ground level, 28 feet, something like that. High enough for the antenna pick up the digital signals from beyond, because there's a lot of houses and buildings around. So, let's plan anyway. See you when I get back. There's one. So I chose to braze these in because those are really thin. Let me get one. It's pretty thin. If I go in there with an arc welder, a MIG welder, it's liable to deform this guy because it's so hot in such a tiny spot. Using the brass, the whole end of that thing I heated up so it all kind of expanded the same distance. So that's theory anyway. Because once you get a bump down in a tube like that, it's real hard to get a pipe to slide through there. Anyway, I've done that before too. Not fun. Well, okay. See if I can get a look at this. This is the second and third parts of the telescoping antenna for a digital TV antenna on a house. Down here, and I'm sorry for hand holding it, but there's no way for me to get it. It barely fits in my little shop because I'm such a tiny shop. This is a piece of electrical conduit, and here's a piece I made with the slots. I'll put a U-bolt around that to clamp it down wherever I put it, but right now this thing's 10 feet in there, so it can come out 10 feet. Then there's this about 24-inch of this tube sticking into this guy, and this will all be welded up right here. And then this whole tube slides into, let's see, slides into this guy. So this end right here bolts a concrete slab way up on the end over there where it actually intersects my roof. Thing like this will be through the 2x6 edging of the roof. So anyway, that's about it for now. Well, that's the base. Go from the slab right to the edge of the roof.